yeah. It's a fucking monster collection of fucking dust and dirt and fucking shit. Oh, that fucking light's killing my camera. Gonna replace all of those because only this one works. Good stuff. A little bit high, I can't see the camera there, but whatever. Probably gonna get rid of this. Have to see if I have any more of these. Have to clean this up. XSPC. Keeping these and probably clean the shit out of them fans. But love that. That is some fucking engineering at its finest. It's kind of why I don't really give a shit about how it looks on the inside anymore. Because to be quite honest with you, you're not gonna be able to see it because it sits on the side of my desk. But anybody who knows how I build rigs, and this rig's close to 10 years old. Now look at that little warding overclocked. So what's the other one? I got this one here. Little Linux Penguin. Yeah, hey, why not? So anyway, let's turn this around. You can see how fucking filthy this thing is too, man. So neglected. So neglected. So anybody out there may be wondering what kind of case this is because the badge is gone. It is a Sigmatech Elysium. Probably on par with a 900D, give or take, maybe a little bit smaller. I don't know, but it's a big fucking case, okay? That's all you need to know. Let's see if I can get inside here. Oh yeah. Some nice fans, all dirty. Grab this bad boy off there. Get some more light. That's my wonderful kitchen. Disregard that shit. There we go. You see in there, you can see all the dirt, you can see the fucking tube. Look at that. It's crushed. It still works and it still cools. And most of these fans don't even work, so it's all passive cooling. Of course, that is wow, look at the dust buildup on there, man. It's fucking great. It's a GTX 780. Yeah, I know, a little bit dated, right? So whole motherboard's gonna come out. Whole new setup's going in. I'm gonna reuse the radiator here, which that is a fat fucking radiator. So you can see I do push pulls. Get underneath there, yeah, you can see that shit's pretty fucking filthy too. So good example here. Oh, look at the SSDs. Oh yeah, that is some stuff, man. Talk about neglect and abuse. What not to do with your PC. I knew this time was coming though, so I didn't really get a care. I was gonna try and run it down until it was dead. For those that are curious, yes, I do run fiber optics through my house. Yes, I do have 10 gigabit network. Gotta love it. My biggest concern is this bad boy right here. I hope I can get this clean without fucking it up. One of the best fucking power supplies I've ever had. Knock on wood. So that's just a little intro to the mess. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite features. One, it's a dual hard drive docker. So it takes SSDs in full size, 2.5, 3.5, whatever. Not too bad. I may look at a way to maybe get rid of this eSATA. Maybe mod a USB 3 or something there, I don't know. Probably not, I'll be too fucking lazy. But I'm gonna convert this over. Yeah, let's turn this sideways here just to really fuck with you people. It's a kill coil in there. And I tell people, I've run this fucking loop for years without any fucking buildup. I don't see any shit on it. I mean, yeah, there's some bubbles, but some plasterizer from some old tubes I used to use. Who knows, maybe I'll get a new coil, maybe I'll take that one out. Tubes. All the way back. Simple loop. So, should look good. We'll clean it all out. Got some new hose. It's gonna go with UV clear. Even though, like I said, you're not gonna see anything because it literally sits on the side of my desk. And AMD Ryzen is going in there. It's a 2600K. I love these blocks. I wish I had more light in here. Boom. XSPC Ray Storm original. 4 LEDs, lights up nice and blue. At one point, I did have this thing visually stunning, so who knows? We'll see what happens, but that's about 5 minutes of just me walking around a really dirty case, and if you're still watching this, you watching some motherfucker walk around a dirty case for about 6 minutes. Have fun. So I'm gonna add a few more seconds here. Fuck it, afterthought, video editing, gotta love it. There's quite a fucking mess behind this door, actually. This should be fun. I haven't looked back here in a while. But anybody that's had to struggle with severe cable management and some other shit will understand the pains that people go through. At one point, I literally had to turn this over on its side, lay down, and kind of lay on top of the case on the door to get it lined flat because of that. Alright, just gonna set the other door over here. Boom. Alright. So a lot of shit tucked up in here. Most of this is all from the stupid fans up here, up on the top. So all of this kind of rolls down and they're daisy chained, and man, I'm surprised it never caught fire, to be honest with you. So, like I said, that comes up into this thing here. I'm using all Molex. The replacements, I've got some really nice XSPC fans with little 4-way RPM, PWMs, whatever setups. That's gonna go in there. Got a nice little bar that I could probably put right up in here somewhere. Just fucking stick it there. All the fans plug into that. Runs into the motherboard header. It's gonna go in a Tai Chi. So I'm gonna be looking forward to getting rid of some of this fucking clutter. So anyway, back to the cleanup. Have fun. Time for more funny shit. Look at this. Yeah, that's cake. Look at it, man. That's disgusting. This is why it's important to actually clean your shit. I know I'm gonna put a reminder on my Google Calendar every 30 days or so to clean the filters. As a reminder. But I got a little more light in here. I've already pulled a lot of shit out, or a lot of cables and stuff. So I still gotta get the video card out and drain the loop. That's what I'm working towards. Yeah. I think I may need to reevaluate my fan. I think I may be negative pressure. Or just too much dust, I don't know. But here's the fan controller that was taking up all that fucking cabling in the back. Look at this. Look at that. That's ridiculous. It was for 6 fans. It's not bad for Molex. I mean, this thing was pretty cheap. I think I got it off a frozen CPU before they melted down and came back. Turned colors. It was either red or blue, and you had 3 fan speeds. So it worked for what I needed. But trying to get all this shit out. Fun times. I forgot that I actually mounted some LEDs. Well, not LEDs, but cold cathodes on both sides of the radiator here. That should be fun. Can't really see inside. Well, there you go. Yeah, you can see how it's all cruffed up. The fact that this thing was still providing any kind of cooling whatsoever is absolutely amazing. So, back to work. All right, we're gonna take another look just how bad this is. Why am I showing this? Because if people don't know that this shit can get like this, they'll never know to be preventative on it. So, you've already saw the first side of the radiator. Not too bad. That's actually the top side, the exhaust side. So I finally got the fans off. Trying to find a way to set this. Sorry, I'm working with a phone here. Kind of see how bad that is, especially down here. Let's see if I can get some extra light on there. And my flashlight's being a dick. Nice. So you can see it's all caked up in there. Sorry about the camera work. I'm not an expert at this shit. I do these videos for fun and for memories down the road when I'll be like, hey, you remember that one time I had this radiator that was fucking gunked up? I'll be like, hey, here you go. So, yeah. Anyway, a lot of room in there now without the radiator and some other shit. My next goal is to get that drained. Now I can start taking the motherboard out. Now look at this shit, man. This is some old school shit here. USB 3, right? But the motherboard at the time, I had to use one of these gimmicks in order to get the fucking shit to work. So that's an old ass board. I think it's like a P67 Pro or some shit. It was one of the best fucking ASUS boards on the market at the time when the 2600Ks were popular. So another look at the Supernova. Yeah. Anyway, have fun. Yeah, there's kind of a decent view of all this shit. So I should get much better flow, much better temps, especially once I do it right this time. This twist wasn't near as bad when I first installed it, and that kind of just collapsed over time. So, you know, because I don't really care about the aesthetics as much, when I make this bend, in fact, I may even drop the card down to the lower slot on the next one so I have more room to come out and do the bend. And yes, I know all these fancy fucking builds with everybody using PETG and acrylic, and yeah, that's cool. I appreciate that. I like the fact that water cooling's moved on and has gotten stylish like that. I'm a cheap fuck and I ain't looking at it, so I'm just using some fucking hose. I'm gonna go with XSPC hose, clear. It's gonna be good stuff. This is XSPC too. Not too bad. In fact, this entire cooling setup is XSPC, by the way. Shout out to them. Love their products. Unpaid comment, by the way. Even XSPC fucking fittings, which I just ordered a bunch of them from Performance PCs because I don't trust frozen CPU anymore. A lot of you might not, and for good reason. So they need to earn our trust in the community before we go back to them. Till then, Mod My Mods and Performance PCs got your back, guys, and they got all the parts frozen CPUs had to. Again, unsolicited advertisements. You guys have a great day. Alright, so here we are back again. Here's that piece that was on the bottom. I tried to hit it with a Swiffer, and it was like, fuck you, wash me. The Swiffer is done. It retired. It tapped. One of the fans that was on the bottom, remember the top three, two of them were dead. Well, this one was completely missing a fan blade. Old school classic Yate Loons D12 SH12s. They were the popular fan at the time. I had 6 of them. I think 2 of them maybe still work. Got the GTX video card here. The XSPC water block. This is a 780 GT. I might be selling this if and when they ever fucking get 1080 Ti's back in stock. It was a nice card. Ran well for what I used it for at the time. I got the radiator out. It's just a 360 rad by XSPC. I don't even know what model. But you can see a lot easier here how dirty it is. So this fucker's gonna get a super good cleaning. 6 brand new fans. I have 3M tape on these things, man. I don't remember which brand I was. I don't think it was a Logitech because these actually lasted. I believe they still work. They're UV. Got everything out of the case as far as the motherboard. I'm choking from all the dust. It's just absolutely amazing. So yeah, look at that. You can see it right there in the hose. How bad that is. Get up in there. I mean, I'm gonna have to pull all the drives, probably all the wiring. Maybe wash this fucker. I don't know. It's bad. Well, I'm gonna have to blow it out outside. But I did get the motherboard, like I mentioned. Still have the box. Look at that, all that good stuff, man. They don't make boxes like this anymore either. These were kind of cool boxes. Now they're just, you know, get right to the product. So P8, P67 Deluxe. The board still works great. One of the features I really like about this, believe it or not, is the I/O plate. And sometimes it is something very simple that can make a product stand out. In this particular case, with the I/O plate, it was this smushy aluminum film cushioning stuff. So when you place that into your PC and then you butted it up against the motherboard, it felt nice and it protected it. Speaking of which, there's the board and there's the block. So I kind of wish I would have Kind of wish I would have filmed the water portion of it when I dumped it into the sink, because 2-3 years with just a silver kill coil. The tubing was blue and UV lighting. Water was crystal fucking clear. Crystal clear. No sedimentation, no nothing. It's pretty impressive actually. So I'm gonna take this bad boy and see if I can set it back in the box. And I'm gonna pick it up in ways you probably shouldn't. This is open. I don't want to open that. Okay, fuck it. I will figure out the proper way to seat that in the box later. Just want to put it somewhere safe and out of the way for now. Not close. Almost. But anyway, I may be pawning that off or repurposing it. I don't know. It's still a decent fucking rig. But it's time for an improvement. So that's my update for now. Okay, so we're gonna blow this fucker out. I would turn it around and blow it the other way.
I'll do it whatever.
I got a helper with me so I can record this because I have a feeling it's gonna be fucking explosive dust.
Stand loud.
That's only too bad. Doesn't really look like it's blowing much off though. It's pretty thick, might have to wash it. Will it ever be shiny looking again? Probably not. How much black paint you got? Well, not near as exciting as I was hoping it would be. Alright, so after a day of some bullshit, here's what we're left with so far. It's mostly clean. Well, I guess this wasn't cleaned or it's stained. Possibly stained. Maybe underneath. Yeah, that's mostly stained. So that's how dirty this thing was. Most of this is all clean now. Yep. Even the fans. Even that fan thing filter in the bottom, it's also got some stainage. That's how fucking beat up that was. But it's still a lot better. Radiator still looks hurt, but it's also clean too. Kind of see through it now, whereas before you couldn't. So all the little parts with the new monsoon rings on them, refresh them, keep the O-rings good, they don't leak on you. Front done. Video cards resealed and redone. Again, white rings here. Why you can see it on that one, I don't know. Probably just because it's on the side. We got here Phobia 4-pin PMW 6-pin splitter. That's what I was talking about for the fans, which would be kind of nice. Just gonna set this over here out of the way for a moment. If you order one of those, you will need one of these cables, most likely. It's actually already plugged in. So you get the cable, it plugs in there, catch a little bit of power off of Molex. God, I hate Molex. Wish they would die. And then this goes to the motherboard, and that gives you all your PWM and RPMs or whatever. These are the new fans I was referring to. The XS PCs, powered by Cerulean. And they just say PWM on them. Got 6 of those bad boys. And then the XSPC flex tubing, it's clear, ultraviolet. So I don't think I'm gonna have as much ultraviolet running through there as I did before. So they knocked the two that were off on the reservoir down. That leaves one here and one tucked up in here. And what's really nice about these is they're inverterless. So you just plug them into mullets and they're good to go. So pretty much just put the new shit in. Speaking of the new shit. Oh, my fans on the front are nice and clean too. I had a buddy of mine help me with that today while I was out doing some stuff. And this is what's going inside of it. Tai Chi with the RAM, DDR4. Still need to put the fittings here and get it mocked up, get it fitted, and then start putting in the hose. Of course, we gotta have some snacks first. Look at that. It's straight from Walmart. Talk shit if you want. Walmart's got good box pizzas. Whatever. Fuck off. So these are the pieces that we're going to be using to add the drain plug. I know this one's a little redundant because I've got a plug on the end with a nozzle. So double security on the drips there, buddy. So that's it for now. Alright, so we're back. Getting some shit added to it. It's definitely a little bit different. Had to reverse the fittings because this got in the way. The other one didn't, so not too sure how it's going to look, but again, it's not really meant to be a case that's designed to be looked at. It's kind of a leftover showpiece. It's just like, fuck it, whatever. I just want you to run and do what I need you to do. I am going to say I really dislike ASRock with their fucking, you see that? If you know what that is, you understand right there why that's fucking stupid as shit. I mean, come on, put all of them on the same fucking header, god damn it. What the fuck is wrong with you, ASRock? You should steal what Asus does, and that's give you quick connects, which I absolutely miss. Where'd it go? There we go. These things are absolutely fucking amazing. I mean, come on, seriously. You wire up everything at once, and then you just pop it on there. Just boop, done. Call it a day. Fucking way to go, Asus. Wish more people would steal that shit. So we got the fans looking nice and clean up in there. Yeah. The ones up top with the grills. You can see you got a little cubby cut right in here. That's where we're running everything internal. And this case was never really designed to have a setup like this. So this was originally on there. And we just cut it to fit, pretty much. Fucking pops right on there like so. Usually, pop, there we go. Kind of gives it a little better look, especially if you're just looking at it from here. You know, it doesn't look like it's missing. It's kind of looking like it's supposed to be. And let's get this side popped in. That would probably help a little. There we go. Even then, looks like the wires aren't even really there. You know what I mean? So, got a little cable management going back on. So, it's not near as bad as it was previously. So I still need to add the fans and the fan header distribution block and then run that, get that done. But of course we're gonna set up the loop and leak test it. So it's kind of weird because I have these on this side, which originally they were over here on the last version of this build. But this thing right here is in the way. So there was like no room. I'd have to get a weird turning 90 and probably another one to kind of get it to come down and out and then run the tube that way. So since again, it's not really a eyepiece anymore, I'll just run this into the reservoir, which is back there, and then just run it right in through a loop and back. So that's an update so far. It's come along good. Appreciate the help from my buddy Brian. Helped me do a lot of the cleaning. Actually did a good part of the cleaning of the chassis itself. And working together to get everything assembled, and hopefully we can get this bad boy running tomorrow or the next day. So till then. Alright, so apparently I was fucking high when I ordered some parts. So here we have my T. It's all 3/4 and half inch inner, 3/4 outer. Apparently the tubing I got was also the same and it was wrong. However, my buddy Brian here came up with a brilliant idea, because the inner diameter is still technically 1/2 inch for the most part, or real close to it. So we are taking one of these monsoon gimmicks here. Good O-rings, by the way, definitely better than stock. They're the G14 threaded ones. Just kind of throwing that bad boy. Can't get this one on it. Right over. Hey, he's got performance anxiety right now. Last one he just threw right on there like it was nothing. Turned the camera on and, you know, it's nothing. There you go. Shit. You forgot to put the fuck fitting on. This is great. Make sure it's facing the right way.
No, I'm gonna put that on backwards just so I can put the O-ring back on first.
Yeah. So I am eventually just going to convert it all over with this so we can get the system hopefully up and running tomorrow, and I can use it for work while I wait for parts overnight from Japan. No, I'm kidding, but still. It's going to be nice converting it over. So he's going to squeeze that on there. This is the tubing, and man, so it's just the outer diameter is too thick. That's what I mismeasured, so sometimes you fuck up, sometimes you don't. But it is what it is. So most of the loops are already in there. So I'm just going to run from the pump to the radiator to the block for the CPU to the video card back to the reservoir. We're also going to put a drain line in this time, which will actually make it much nicer when we go to break it down next time. Yeah, you can see the O-ring in there. You can see, get up on there, got the O-ring up underneath there, kind of adds that little bit of extra compression. Hopefully that'll stay nice and tight. We're definitely gonna leak test. We're gonna run another piece of hose from here down. So, but yeah, we're almost ready. We got one more bend put in for the reservoir, but I just wanted to show you guys that little trick we used, and hopefully it doesn't leak. And it's breathing. While that video is catching any of the fluid coming through. So you can probably hear it. It's definitely moving. See the bubbles in it? This fucking tube looks nice though. Even though it's not the one I intended. You can see it's got a tiny little air bubble. That's the downfall with this kind of pump, if you can see, because it fucking spits the air right into it. Pretty good design, but it's probably why you don't see them too often anymore. There's the reservoir. I think it's still got soap in the system. Oh, whatever. You can see it's running. No kinks. So far the T is holding, and actually he went back and doubled up the O-ring, so there's 2 O-rings on there, and then the regular size the drain tube. Now we just check and see for leaks, and then maybe we could turn this fucker on and see what happens. So we still gotta wire up some fans and some other shit, but most of the hard stuff done, so it's time to play some Destiny and smoke a little something or another. But for those of you that don't know why the paper towels are there, it's because sometimes you get drips and you don't know. It's easy to see them on a paper towel. And of course, we are not running the system live. We're using an Escalada system. And if you don't know how to do this, find the green pin, right? And then match it with a black. Just usually a little bit over with a paper clip. You can see on the top here. This trick's old as fuck, but that's how you get a power supply to just kick on, and it's how you can test fans, lighting, and loops. Can't wait to see and hear how bad the fans are. Really excited to fire this fucker up, so till then. Okay, so we've leak tested it, as I mentioned. Got the rest of the wiring done. It's not as neat as I like it, but due to limitations and the reusability of the shit that I had, it's the way it is. So we're gonna fire this bad boy up. Got an antique ass monitor. It's still using DVI. Thankfully, I have DVI on my antique ass video card. So ran the fan cables, the power. That's kind of a mess, but Still a lot thinner than what it was. Stuck an SSD down in here, didn't give a fuck, whatever. Needed a slot for it. I didn't have any more mounts. I didn't feel like running extra power for it. So it is what it is. So now we smoke test it. And nothing. So maybe I need to flip the switch here. Oh, look, we got some power indications down there. That shit's blue. From what I understand, I can change that color. And light it up. Okay. Look at that. It's coming alive. So the fans are working. Up in here is where we ran that fucking PWM block. You see it's turning all this. Good. Bottoms are working. And we have some RGB on the block, RGB on the fucking RAM, which can't really see that well. It's not focused. There you go. G-skill, buddy. Some regular blue LEDs, because, you know, this was before RGB was popular. Same thing up here. We got most of the air to settle out. There's micro bubbles. Not too worried. But again, everything's looking clean as can be. Oh shit, it loaded Windows. Wow. Didn't even get an option to see, but hey, we know it's working. Haha. I may find another 120 millimeter fan. Mount that bad boy up in here. Because there used to be a fan thing here and a bunch of wires and shit. Now it's just clear, so it's got good ability to put some intake in there. So nice. I was kind of surprised because I have custom bootloader. I use REFIND. It's a Linux thing, so I could, well, it's not really a Linux thing, but I use it to boot my Linux. God damn it. So you don't see this too often. Windows on my fucking machine. I gotta wipe that shit. So there it is. It's up and running. Some power, some airflow. May need to smoke test it and saw that on Jay's 2 cents because you know, I want to make sure I have a positive case flow. That way it's blowing air out of all the crevices instead of sucking air in. So the next step really is to put the back on it, put the sides on it, get the last fan on there, and call it a day. So thank you. And here we are in the dark. It's a new keyboard. And K70 Corsair. It's got a lot of different effects. It's just one that happens to be on right now. And then we come over here. And like I said, this is the main reason why it doesn't really need to be all that pretty anymore. You can see some leftover UV lights. If I get down in here, maybe sideways. CPU block. The RAM actually lights up when I'm in Windows. Go figure. So fans. Fans in the front. The reservoir. It looks pretty crisp in the dark actually. So not too sure how well this video will turn out since it is in the dark. And there's the keyboard. Flip the lights on. Keyboard with the lights. In the light. Maybe I'll turn my shit back on here. That's pretty much my work environment. Get in better shot of the block, maybe a little clearer. So, but all the way from the back and the top. So it's been a fun journey. Next step's to overclock the shit out of it and make it even faster.